Hello, my name is Julia Bryan, and today I'll be leading you through a 35-minute practice that will be focusing on the air element and the heart chakra. For this practice, you'll need both a strap and a block. If you don't have a strap at home, you can use a belt, or if you have a bathrobe, use the belt for the bathrobe. It has a little bit more give to it. Today we'll be focusing on the sense of wisdom that comes from the heart chakra. It's the expression or the lack of expression of the deep, profound truths that truly sometimes can't be expressed with words. This practice will include back bends, it will include chest openers, and of course, breath work. Let's talk a little bit about the heart chakra. The heart chakra is almost like the bridge between the lower three chakras and the upper three chakras. It's that center spot where both aspects of ourselves talk and converse, and they sort of work to make sense in our heart chakra. Now, the air element is the element that's responsible in our lives for our wisdom, our deep intellectual understanding of what's happening around us. So that looks like our emotional intelligence, but also the comprehension of anything in our lives. The experience of our outer world coming in through our heart center, in through our air element, and learning how to understand it, learning how to integrate it into our heart, into our being. It also governs the air element, both the air element and the heart chakra both govern our respiratory system, our life force system. So it's really that energy that is pulsing from the center of our being. The sense is touch. The color is green. You can see I've got my green on today. Throughout this practice, we'll be spending some time using the Anjali Mudra, which is the prayer hands with the thumbs at the center of the heart. Begin to notice as we work through the practice how your breath changes. And any time if you feel overwhelmed or if you feel emotional, take a minute to stop, bring your hands to prayer position, bring the thumbs to the center of the heart, and just check in. See how you're feeling. What's coming up for you? Often when we do these types of practices where we're opening the chest and we're really expanding and working with our breath, stuff that's stuck around the heart, old pain, old energy, starts to come loose. It starts to make itself known. It's our job to use that wisdom, to use that intellect, to begin to listen. This practice will help you do that. So get your block, get your strap, jump on your mat, and join me for our practice. Before we begin, let's take one big cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more times. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. We're now ready to begin. Begin in this cross-legged position, bringing the palms of your hands together, the thumb at the base of your heart in Anjali Mudra or prayer position. Gently nudge your thumbs against the base of your heart, taking in a deep breath through your nose. Fill up your belly and gently exhale through your nose. Continue breathing this way for your next 3 breaths, connecting to your heart as you feel your thumbs gently digging in to that space that holds your heart. Bring your palms to your thighs. Grab your strap or your belt. Spread it out wide, taking a wide stance with your hands grasping the belt. Extend it out in front of you. Draw it up and over your head and back behind your body, using just your shoulders to do this motion. Don't move your head or tuck it underneath, but rotate your shoulders. If you need to take a wider grip in order to let this happen, do so. This action will begin to open up the chest and the shoulders so we can get into some deeper chest openers. Again, as you lift it up and over your head, use your shoulders to lift up and out from your hips. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Release the strap. Set it to one side. Pick up your block. We're going to move into a deeper chest opener now for supported fish pose. Feel for the points where your shoulder blades end. Place the block down on your mat. Gently lie yourself over the block so the tips of your shoulder blades dig into the top of the block. Once you're in position, gently lay your head down against the mat. Lift your hips and gently bring your sit bones back down to the mat in a comfortable position. Draw your arms out into a T-shaped position. And breathe. If you need to adjust your position, do so. The tips of the shoulder blades are touching the edge of the block. And breathe. Feel your chest and your heart opening and expanding as you inhale. Let your shoulders relax. To come out of this position, gently roll to the right side. Remove the block. And come to a tabletop position. With your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders. We'll do 5 rounds of cat-cow to open up the spine. Inhale and drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, drop your belly and send your heart through your shoulders. Exhale and round the spine, tucking the tailbone and the chest. Again. Use your breath to follow the cat and cow rotations. Exhale and come to a neutral tabletop. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, bend your knees, and push away from your mat as you send your hips up high for downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, look forward and step to the top of your mat. Fold forward, Uttasana. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. We'll take Parsva Uttanasana now. This is the same as stay folding forward with a slight twist. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right shin, bringing your right hand just outside of your right foot, swinging the torso towards the right. You should feel a nice stretch on the left-hand side of your side body. Release and come back to center. And go to the other side. Bring the right hand to the left shin and the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Feeling the stretch in the right side of your body. Exhale and come back to center. Plant your hands. Step back with your right leg into a lunge position. Bring your knee down to the ground. Lift your torso up and extend your arms up to the sky for crescent lunge. Breathe. Exhale, release. Step the right foot up and switch sides. Bring the left foot back, lower the knee. Inhale as you lift your torso up, arms extended to the sky for crescent lunge. Knees over the ankle. Exhale, release. Step forward with your left foot and fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up, hands to the sky, in through heart center, into mountain pose. And begin our sun salutation B. Inhale and sweep your arms up to the sky and sit back into chair position. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Look forward as you exhale and drop your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, sweep forward into upward facing dog, lifting the chest and the top of the thighs. Exhale as you push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, send your right foot up, walk your left foot up about a foot as you inhale and reach up into warrior one. Exhale, release. Back to downward facing dog. Next side. Inhale, look forward. Bring your left foot forward, bringing the right foot up about a foot. Inhale and sweep up into warrior one. Hips are parallel with the front of your mat. Breathe. Exhale, release. Plant your hands and set your left foot back, downward facing dog. And breathe. Send the hips up high. Push away from your mat. Inhale, come to plank position. Lower your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, sweep up to upward facing dog. Tuck your toes and push back, downward facing dog. If downward facing dog is difficult for you, push back into puppy pose where you stay on your knees. Exhale, come forward. Forward fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back to chair position. Exhale as you release and come to mountain pose. Do 2 rounds of traditional sun salutation. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, plant your hands and step your feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank position, lower your knees, chest and chin, sweeping forward into upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. Exhale, look forward, step or jump to the front of your mat, and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up all the way to the sky, hands to heart center, and fold again. One, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank position, lower the knees, chest and chin, sweeping up, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck your toes and push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step or jump to the top of your mat and fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, hands through to heart center, come to mountain pose. And take a breath here. With hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer position, we'll take 3 long, deep, cleansing breaths. In through the mouth, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. We'll step into our standing poses, coming to Warrior Two. Extend your hands out, bringing your ankles under your wrists. Tuck the left toe slightly and bring the right foot out 90 degrees, bending into the right knee, knee over the ankle, and gaze out over the right hand. And breathe. Your chest is directly, rib cage is directly over your hips. Inhale and come to Parsvakonasana, bringing the right elbow to the right knee and extending your left arm up and over alongside your ear for an intense side stretch. And breathe. Inhale to rise, back to Warrior Two. Tuck the right toes in slightly, extending the left toes out 90 degrees. Heel to arch alignment. Inhale as you bend into your left knee, knee over the ankle. Gaze out over your left hand. Keep your ribs centered over your hips, facing forward. And breathe. Inhale as you drop down for Parsvakonasana on the other side, extended side angle pose. Bringing your left elbow to the left knee and extending the right arm alongside your ear for an intense side stretch. Careful not to collapse in on your ribs alongside your left thigh. Inhale to rise and come to stand at the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep your hands up, plant your hands, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank position. Exhale, release and push back up, downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Step your right foot to the front of the mat. Bring your left foot in just slightly above that foot. Coming into Warrior One. Bend your right leg so your knee is over the ankle. Lift the torso. hands all the way up to the sky. Your hips are square with the top of your mat. The back foot is out about 45 degrees. And breathe. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Inhale and straighten the right leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Bring length to the spine and exhale and fold forward over your right leg for Parsvottanasana, intense side angle stretch or pyramid pose. Keep your hips aligned with the top of your yoga mat. They stay square. Careful not to lock your knees. And breathe. Inhale to rise. And step your left foot forward to the top of your mat. We'll switch sides. Exhale, send your right foot back about 3.5, 4 feet. Right foot is turned out about 45 degrees. Hips are square with the top of your yoga mat. As you inhale and bend into your left knee over the ankle. Inhale and sweep your arms up to the sky for Warrior One. And breathe. Inhale as you open your chest up, shoulders come onto the back body. Inhale, rise and straighten the left leg. Bring your hands to your hip and fold forward over your left leg. And breathe. Inhale to rise. Plant your hands and step back, downward facing dog. Come forward, lower down, inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck your toes and push back, downward facing dog. Come forward into Anjaneyasana, the deep thigh stretch. Look forward. Bring your right foot in between your hands. Lower your knee onto the mat. Bring your block over to your left hand to support yourself. Come up onto your right knee. Draw your foot up towards your bum. With your right hand, reach back to grab your toes of your left toes to draw them closer to your buttocks. You'll feel this deep thigh stretch. If you can't reach with your hands, use your strap to create the distance from your hands to your toes. Heel toe your right foot to the edge of the mat just slightly. It's okay to have a wide stance between your legs in this position. Release your left foot. Plant your hands and send your right foot back, downward facing dog. I'll come into the other side. Send your left foot forward in between your hands. Heel toe your left foot to the outside of the mat to give more room. Use your block to support your right hand. Bring your right foot towards your bum. On an exhale, reach back with your left arm, opening up the chest and shoulder to grab the right foot, drawing it closer to your hips. Again, use a strap if you can't make the distance with your hand. Release your right foot. Plant your hands and step back, downward facing dog. We'll come into pigeon pose next. Extend your right leg up to the sky for a nice stretch. Inhale as you bring your right knee behind your right wrist, extending your foot out 45 degrees. And come down to sit on the mat. Extend the left leg out, back behind you. Walk your hands up closer to your knees, your hips, so your torso comes upright to create the length. And then, once you've created your balance, you can begin to walk your hands down, rest on your forearms, on a block, or maybe your wrists are stacked. You can rest your forehead and breathe. Push back, downward facing dog. We'll move to the other side. Extend the left leg up, drawing the left knee in behind the left wrist, extending the foot out 45 degrees. As you come to sit down on the mat, extend the right leg out behind you. Isometrically, or you can imagine your heels drawing towards each other, which squares your hips. Then, just as we had on the other side, after you've created the length in your spine, gently begin to fold forward over your left thigh. And breathe. Inhale to rise, begin to walk yourself back up. Tuck your toes and push back into downward facing dog. Come down to rest on your knees to tabletop. Tuck your toes and stand up on your knees. We're going to move into a bit of a deeper back bend. This is our apex pose. Now, this is called camel pose if you've done this before. Keep your knees hip-width apart and engage your hips. Push forward as you gently begin to draw one hand at a time towards your ankles. Grab your ankles and gently begin to drop your head back. Your head is the last part that goes back, lifting your chest towards the sky as you breathe. Push your hips forward to create space and strength in this pose. Inhale. Bring your hands to your hips as you slowly rise up, one arm at a time, the head being the last thing to come up. Take a minute. Come to tabletop position and then come to a seated position. Move to baby cradle pose to release that back bend. Extend your right foot out in front of you. Your left foot out in front of you. Bring your right foot so your ankle is over top of that fleshy part on the top of your knee. Encircle your right foot like you would a baby, bringing your foot into your elbow and your knee into your elbow. Drawing your knee up towards your chest. And breathe. It's important in this pose to maintain the length of the spine and not fall out into your lower back. Exhale to release. and extend the right foot out, bringing the left foot over the left ankle to that fleshy spot on top of the knee. So you can safely grab it, put your knee in your right elbow and your knee in your left elbow and your foot in your right elbow. Draw the leg close to the chest. The knee to the ankle is at 90 degrees. This creates a great stretch on the outside of your hip. Again, remember to breathe and lengthen the spine, keeping your back straight. Exhale to release. Move into wide-legged forward bend. Spread your legs wide, creating a 90-degree angle between your hips and your pelvis. Manually rotate your thighs in so you have more room to fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. As you exhale, fold forward from your hips. Only go as far as so your back stays straight. Don't round, don't crank yourself forward. Just go as far as you can. Inhale to lengthen. Inhale as you rise. Bring a gentle twist. Inhale your right hand behind you. Keeping your left hand in the center, twisting and opening up to the right. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to twist. Exhale to release and come to center. Bring your left hand in behind you, and the right hand stays in the center. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to twist open to the left. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to twist just a little deeper. Exhale to release and come to the center. We'll now do Janu Sirsana. Bring your left sole of your foot into the inner thigh of your right leg. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold forward over your right leg, drawing your nose towards your big toe. And breathe. Keep both feet flexed to protect your knees. Inhale to rise and switch sides. Bring your right sole of your foot to the inner thigh of your left leg. You can manually rotate your left leg, the thigh of your right leg out so you have more room to fold. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold over your hips, drawing your nose towards your big toe. And breathe. Inhale to rise. Turn to face the top of your mat with both legs extended. Welcome another twist now. Draw your right leg up and over your left leg, sole of your foot down on the bottom of the mat, outside of your left knee. Draw your right hand behind you. Inhale, lift your left hand up to the sky, and exhale as you twist and wrap your left arm around your right knee. And breathe. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist a little deeper, coming from your hips up to your abdomen, and your neck is the last thing to gaze out over the right side. Exhale to release the twist, and we'll switch sides. Bring the left sole of the foot outside of your right knee. Left arm comes out behind you like a kickstand. Extend the right arm up to the sky. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale as you wrap your arm around your left knee. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale to twist a little deeper. And breathe. Exhale to release. Bring both feet out in front of you and come to lie on your back. Extend your left leg out straight, keeping the toes flexed. Draw your right leg up towards your chest. Interlace your hands behind your knee. And extend your right leg up to the sky like you're walking on the clouds. Both feet are flexed. Draw your knee towards your nose. And if you can, keep both shoulders on the ground. Continue to press your left leg into your yoga mat as you extend the right leg. Exhale, draw the knee to the chest and release it back down straight. Inhale, draw the left knee forward towards your chest, interlacing your fingers to grab the hamstring. Again, both feet are flexed as you press the left leg up towards the sky. Draw your knee towards your nose while you continue to press the right thigh into the yoga mat. And breathe. Release the foot down out in front of you. Bring the soles of your feet together and release your knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Feel your breath connected to your heart. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Take 3 deep breaths here, letting your hips release as your knees sink closer and closer to the ground. Bring your hand to the outside of your knees. Gently draw them back together. Walk your feet out wide, your hands out like a T shape. Go through a few rounds of windshield wipers just to release the work you've done in your hips, your back, your chest. Drop the knees to one side, inhale back to center, and exhale to the other side. Do 3 to 5 rounds of this on your own breath. Letting go of any tension, letting your shoulders relax, your hips release. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Extend one leg out at a time to the far corners of your yoga mat for your final Shavasana. Release your palms. Create space all the way to your armpits. Deepen your breath and let go. We've done a 35-minute yoga class. I recommend that you stay here for at least 7 minutes. Alternatively, you can come to a seated meditation position. If you choose to do so, have a blanket or a block under your sit bones. This allows your hips to be higher than your knees for optimal positioning for meditation. Draw your hands to your heart center as we did in the beginning, thumbs touching the base of the heart, palms together for Anjali Mudra. With great grace and gratitude, Namaste.